Hello, this is a video for Coco Lou or Coco Lou. This is a video regarding the intensity of the Creality, the wiring of, here it is right here, it's still intact. Everything looks brand new, it's still intact. So basically, as I mentioned to you in my description of issues that I ran through, that I was having trouble upgrading the firmware after installing this right here, which is the CR Touch. Basically, I try after putting it together, the whole 3D printer. This is actually the Ender 3 V2. After installing it, and basically I added the CR Touch. I installed it as well, and I just wanted to upgrade it so I could use the auto bed leveling. And since I installed it, I haven't been able to use it. I was able to do a test print on one of these cubes. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and follow your instructions, how I formatted the SD card, and we're going to download some programs and see if it works out, and basically we'll go from there. So I'm going to pause the video and get to the part. All right, this is a continuation of the previous video. Again, this is the video for Coco Lou or Creality customer service. This is a video of me running a test and basically following the instructions of Coco Lou. So we're gonna do Control R, and that brings up CMD, and basically you're asking me to format it. So I'm gonna just close this one out, and I'm gonna type exactly what you told me to type, and that is gonna be format, and that's gonna be /Q, capital H, right, capital H, and that's going to be semicolon, and is there another slash in there, slash FS, semicolon, fat, semicolon, 32, and that's another slash, and that's going to be A, semicolon, 4096. All right, you can see that here. This is formatting the SD card. This is the SD card that came along with the 3D printer, the Ender 3 V2. So I'm gonna flash it up. I must have keyed it wrong. So let me do that again. Format. Just to make sure. So it's a slash, and it's a Q. Slash Q, and that's capital H. There's a space actually in between it right there, and that's where my mistake was. Capital H, semicolon, slash FS. Just make sure I'm getting it right. FS semicolon. FAT. 32, and then slash, and then A4096. All right, here it is again. I'm gonna try to hit that, enter. And basically, we're just gonna format, and I formatted the SD card, and we could take a look at it here. That it was formatted. That's the H drive. There's nothing in there. All right, that's the H drive, and formatted it. So now let me just go to Creality's website here. That's where I was earlier. So I'm gonna go back on the video. On the webpage. And here's Creality webpage. I'm gonna click on this one right here. This is the official one. And then I'm gonna go under support. I'm gonna go to download center. Okay. I'm gonna go to download center. Again. Well, I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Let's try support again. And then we're gonna go, let's try download in Creality Cloud. Let's try that one. That's okay. So we're gonna do Ender series. And basically we're looking for the Ender 3 V2, which is the one that I have. And I have to download the one that actually is the same as mine. So these are in different languages, and I'm not sure, but this one ended up having the main board. It's compatible with the BL Touch and fulfillment detection. So we're gonna just download that. Gonna save it. And get the open folder right there. So let me just, the same thing, let me go here and take a look at it from the bigger files. So this is what I just downloaded right here. All right, and I'm going to add this into the SD card. Let me just pull it back in there. As you can see, it's in there. And I'm going to inject. And it's safe to remove it. And here's the SD card here. All right, I'm gonna pause because I can't use. Here's the SD card. Basically, I'm gonna install it in here. As you can see, and here's where the LCD screen is. Still connected. And It's still plugged in. And turn it on. As you can see, it didn't update the firmware. So that's the same issue that I've been experiencing. It didn't update the firmware, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. And I'll pause the video and install the firmware for the display. All right, I started back. Here's the firmware again. And I put it, this is the same SD card. I put it on this USB drive. And it's connected to the F drive. And I'm going to format this. It's the other way to format it. It's a FAT32. And it has it at the 4096. It's the 8 gig RAM and format. Which gives the warning sign. And right there, it did format it. It's just a sheets right there, formatted. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out, and we could just take a look at it in the F drive. So you can see it's blank, nothing in the F drive. For some reason, this is not the site that I used the last time, but I'm gonna go back on this website right here. Just gonna go back one, and I'm gonna go to the support, and I'm gonna go back to the download center again, because that's where official, for some reason, I think they're updating the website or something. Give me a moment here. Okay, all right. We're on the right path. All right. So this is, as you can see, it says Ender 3V, the 3V2, and this is the board that I have, the 4.2.2 main board, 32-bit, and I'm gonna hit download. I'm gonna save it. So I'm gonna go into the folder that it is in, and that's it right there. And I'm gonna open it up. And as you can see here, and this is the original firmware here, and these are the other ones right here. This is for the BL Touch adapter. This is filament detection firm. This is the original firmware, which I was trying to go back to the original. This is the display firmware, and these are the other firmware as well, as you can see. And I can move that back, but give me a second here. Let me see if I can move that. All right. So this is the firmware I could, still install on the main board, but it doesn't work. So, but I'm gonna grab this one right here, for this is the one for the display. I'm gonna grab it and put it on the F drive right here. As you can see, it is in the F drive. And it's down there. And I am going to inject it. And it's okay, safe to remove, which is right here. Here it is right here. Oh, excuse me. Moving it over to the printer. It's in there. Oh, Actually, it doesn't go there. It goes here into the display unit. So I'm gonna remove the power. Gonna pause the video for a second. Now here's the SD card is in there in its spot. Just push this over a little bit. There you go. Alright, I'm gonna plug it back up. And turn it on, turn the power on. And here's the printer. And it doesn't update again. So here's whole printer from here. Again, it didn't do anything after a few seconds. So this is my complaint right here. I brought it to you guys' attention several times. So I'm gonna upload a video and show you. I've tried several times to try to update the firmware and it's not working.